Learn how at ready.gov.
New details about the student who was found dead after planning an attack at the University of Central Florida. Police discovered James Oliver Sivakumaran lying down in his dorm room after his roommate called 911 to report him. According to the police, he had weapons and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition. They also found a detailed checklist on a planned massacre that he didn't complete.
With these situations, you can't get inside of people's heads. We may never know exactly. What we do know is that we stopped a bad situation here.
Stores were evacuated, classes were canceled, and the UFC campus was shut down that day. His family says the gunman was a loner and did not have a history of violence.
Over the past few months, gun control has been a serious matter in the country. Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper has taken its first step in signing 3 bills into law in order to keep some kind of control on it.
We expect to sign the bills, answer questions, and try to continue to move this state forward.
Yeah, but they said the black one was only longer, right? Yeah.
A victim of gun violence and addressed the press. Colorado is no stranger to gun violence himself, as just some months ago, a massacre occurred in a movie theater during the premiere of a Batman film. Although it was just one instance, it inspired many others. These bills hope to regulate and possibly end violence altogether. State Senator Mark Leno introduced a new legislation for selling alcohol. California is at a disadvantage for tourists who want a lively nightclub scene that lasts into the early morning. The current state law cuts off alcohol sales at 2 a.m., but the proposed bill could extend sales until 4 a.m. Leno believes the extension will boost California's economy. And let's head over to sports with Taylor Brink. So Taylor, what is going on with our City Girls softball team?
Well, thanks, Charlie. Well, the City Girls softball team struggles after a disappointing loss to Palomar this weekend. And the Lady Knights couldn't get the bats going after losing 15-1 and fall 3-5 in league play. Next game is scheduled for Friday at Southwestern College. And the 2013 World Baseball Classic concluded with a Caribbean showdown between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico intentionally walked Robinson Cano and took to look for a double play against cleanup hitter Edwin Encarnacion. It backfires as he slams the ball deep to center field, allowing Reyes and Cano to score. Dominican lead 2-0. Later in the game, 3-0, top of the 9th, Puerto Rico with 2 outs. Fernando Rodney with the pitch, and Dominican Republic wins the 2013 World Baseball Classic. And now let's move over to soccer. The U.S. national soccer team will host Costa Rica this Friday for the final round of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifier. It's a must-win for the U.S., playing without lead scorer Landon Donovan and goalie Tim Howard. But U.S. will have San Diego native Joe Benny Corona. Their next game will be against all-time rival Mexico next Tuesday. And let's go for some quick NFL updates. Baltimore Ravens safety Ed Reed is talking about making the move to Houston. Although nothing is official yet, Texans are trying to work out a 2-year contract with Reed. Chicago will also be out one veteran player this year. The Bears were unable to come to agreement with linebacker Brian Urlacher, as he is now a free agent. There are some prospective teams in the hunt for the 8-time Pro Bowler. And things are heating up in the NBA after the Miami Heat went to Cleveland Wednesday night. James back on his old court with a 23-win streak on his side. Things not looking good for the Heat, as Cleveland has a 22-point lead late in the first half. But the Heat took control in the fourth. Cavs down by 3, 4.7 seconds to play. CJ Miles for the 3. No good. Miami wins 98-95, making that 24 straight and becoming the second longest streak in NBA history. Let's see if the Detroit Pistons can cool down the Heat's win streak tonight. And now for the much anticipated NCAA March Madness tournament. In the East region, 3rd seed Marquette versus 14th seed Davidson. Davidson almost comes away with the upset, but Marquette managed to squeeze by in the final seconds, 59-58. Some other big upsets included 12th seed California over 5th seed UNLV. And another upset came to 3rd seed New Mexico as Harvard notched their first tournament win in school history. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but I have Louisville going all the way, and I hope they can. But Make sure you guys stay tuned all weekend because there's a lot of great games to still be played.
Yeah, no, San Diego State's playing today at 6 o'clock, so go State. We'll be right back with the forecast for spring break. What's that one?
Excuse me.
Well, hello.
Hi. My internet connection's acting up. Do you know anything about hotspots?
You know, if you angle yourself 45 degrees to the north, your computer's Wi-Fi card will extrapolate the router signal more efficiently.
Hit enter. It's going to come up with a dialog box.
Believe it or not, it's spring already, and that means spring break is right around the corner. Alex Fernandez here to tell us how it's going to be the forecast for this weekend. Alec?
It's going to be really good. I'm excited to give you guys some good news about the start of our spring break. We're just going to be looking at nice sunny skies, warm temperatures. It's going to be a great time to get outdoors and enjoy San Diego for that weather we're so well known for. If we tune into Lindbergh Field, we see that the temperatures are at 59 degrees. We have the relative humidity at 54%, and we have the winds blowing from the west at 4 miles per hour. The surf is breaking at 2 to 4 feet, both west-facing and south-facing, and ocean temperatures are going to be at a brisk 56 degrees. Now, I do want to point out that we have a rip current advisory, so if you're paddling out, be sure to be extra cautious in the waves today. If you want to catch the sunrise, you can see that go down at 7:02 this evening. Sunset, rather. Sunrise is going to come up tomorrow morning at 6:48 in the morning. Let's take a look at our county temperatures. Up and down the coast, we have high temperatures in the mid-60s. We're looking at La Jolla at 62 degrees, 54, for their low. Moving down to Chula Vista, we have the high at 64, low at 50 degrees. Going out to Jamul, it's going to be a little warmer, 70 degrees for their high. Moving up to Ramona, even warmer, 71 up there. Now let's take a look at our national map. We have a really basic breakdown of what's causing these storms going on. And the next storm that's going to hit us is going to be called Winter Storm Virgil. We're not going to feel it here in San Diego, but we can see it moving out east, and that's in part to this jet stream that's moving right across the country. We have that cold air coming up there from the north, warm, moist air moving up, hitting that cold air. Perfect recipe for those severe weather conditions out in the heartland. Now let's take a look at those specific pressure systems that are moving that system out. If we look down here around Texas, we see that we have a low pressure system surrounded by a warm front right out here and a cold front right there. When those two interact, they're going to spin around, force that storm right up into the northeast. Areas up there, such as Washington, D.C., New York City, are going to get some snow, and we're looking at some heavy precipitation along the mid-Atlantic. Let's take a look at that precipitation. So down here, we have some really, really heavy rains covering both Alabama and Mississippi. We look back up at Denver, Oklahoma City area, Kansas City. We can see that they're getting hit with some pretty heavy snow right now. We're looking about 6 to 12 inches, it looks like, over in the Rocky Mountains. Like I mentioned, that storm's just going to keep moving on out east thanks to that nifty jet stream we got. It's going to come up, hit this storm, and there's a possibility that one of those low pressure systems is going to be hanging out right here over right next to New Jersey. What that's going to do is pick up some moisture, spin it around, and throw it right back on the coast. So if you're heading out there for spring break, be prepared for that. All right, moving back to San Diego. We're looking at the coast with low clouds, then some sun later on. Our high temperature is going to be at 65 degrees with our low temperature at 53. Inland, we have mostly sunny conditions, high temperature at 73, low temperature at 48 degrees. In our mountains, it's mostly sunny, high temperature of 66, low of 36. And in the desert, there's going to be plenty of sunshine, a warm 82 degrees and a low of 54. So you guys, things are looking pretty nice out there. It's going to be a really nice start to our spring break weekend, and I can't wait to just get out there and enjoy the sun.
You know what? You just read my mind. I'm so glad that we're going to have a sunny San Diego as usual. Thank you so much, Alec.
Of course.
Thank you, Alec. Get this, a rare Chinese bull bought at a tag sale for just $3 has sold for more than $2.2 million. The person who put the ball up for auction bought it at a tax sale in 2007 and had it displayed in the living room for several years before becoming curious about its origin and having it examined. The ball is white in color and from the Northern Song Dynasty. And that's this week's edition of Newscene. I'm Charlie Vermontes, and remember, spring break is right here, right now.
So everybody just have fun, go outside, and enjoy your weekend. And obviously, your spring break. I'm Astrid Mendez Medina. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.